Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Want to sell African soldiers, African soldiers to fight for freedom. Want to sell African soldiers now.
Oh, yes, indeed. We want to say we're grateful this morning
Some are dead and some are
for
living.
returning to do what you love to do best in 2025. We want to say we're grateful to Allah for making us to wake up this morning.
African soldiers.
There are many others that did not cross over to 2025. It is not that we are righteous than they do. It is not that we're perfect. It is because of the blessing, protection, and acceptance of Allah that has kept us moving.
African soldiers.
We're grateful this morning,
African soldiers.
and we want to say thank you, God Almighty Allah.
African soldiers.
We've got nothing to pay you but just to praise your name for what you've done and continue to do in our lives.
Show your power, free your people now.
Liberia problem has become a normal thing where every day you get something else to hear about. All of the things you've got to hear about, they are not in the interests of our country. But this too is Liberia. And people are asking, how did we arrive at this point? We arrive here by arriving. Good morning, folks, and welcome to the program. Good morning, Liberia, on Voice of Liberia. 104.1 in Monrovia, 89.7 in Mongibi, 90.7 there in Bone County. You get us live on 95.7 in Gambassa and other frequencies across Liberia. Good morning, folks, and welcome to the program. This is where we converge to talk about the issues that matter to our country. This is where we talk about Liberia's matter. This is where we sit around the table and disagree to agree. Good morning, whatsoever you are joining us in and around Liberia. We want to say hello to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's have a conversation together. Let's sit around the table and talk about the issues in our country. My name is Sekou, and indeed I'm Sekou Sharif. Inshallah, with the blessing of my parents, protection of Allah, we will be here this morning up to 10 o'clock on the program. Good morning, Liberia. My dear sister is here. Samira Wola, let me say good morning to you, my sister.
Let me say good morning to you, Sekou,
Mm-hmm.
and let me say good morning to all of those who's following the platform this morning. It's great to be here this morning. It's great to interact with you again, but we're in another year.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're in 2025.
yeah, Sekou, time flies,
Mm.
right? Time really do fly. So it's great to be here, and we're here up to 10 o'clock this morning,
Mm.
and we're here to bring you all of the information that we have within our possession, and also to be able to take in all of you views who's listening this morning. So wherever you're joining us from, we encourage you to continue following as this discussion promises to be very fascinating this morning. Good morning to you, Seku, and let me say Happy New Year in this public minor to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year return, though. At
Yeah,
least we want to say thank you to God for allowing us to enter the new year. Um, like I've always said, there are many others that wanted to. They are not. It is not that we are righteous when they do. Uh, it is because of the mercy of Allah. Allah has kept us, So we want to say we're very grateful, though.
yeah, and also all of you listening, you can join me in also to wish the CEO of Voice of Liberia or happy belated birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah, on yesterday he
yeah,
celebrated his birthday.
yeah. Yesterday.
Uh, I always say that birthdays comes once a year.
Mm.
So on yesterday, he saw it in 2024 and he saw his birthday in 2025.
Yeah.
So, people waited to see their birthday. Now the CEO he saw his birthday in Toronto. But let me say, happy belated birthday to you.
Okay.
And you are a boss. You are someone inspirational, someone that, people can learn from, a mentor, and all of that. So, I'm wishing you a happy belated birthday. And let me say thanks for all you do for the station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for all you do for the station and for the Liberian people. Because mind you, all the Fox people is doing is for the Liberian people in order for them to get information crossing across all of the counties in order for information to reach there. Any young man would say, I'm in Monrovia, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just broadcast to the city to. But he said, no, let us go to the butchers and all of that and be able to give out information to the people out there. So I want to say thank you for what you do for the station and may God continue to bless you as you are being a blessing to too many persons within our country.
Yeah, we're grateful, and we want to say thank you. We give all the praises to Allah for making us to see yet another birthday, Samara.
Mm,
It is not an easy thing. Night and day, you talk to someone, you wake up in the morning, you hear something different about the person. And so it is just something that we all need to be grateful about. At least we've been able to see um, another birthday. But I want to say thank you to all of our friends.
mm,
I want to say thank you to all of you that went out on your social media platforms, sent us birthday greetings. It was overwhelming on yesterday. Saw a lot of messages, from, cross, cutting to a lot of their posts I saw yesterday, Samira.
mm,
I said, also I know all the people know me, right?
mm,
Yeah, it was so interesting on yesterday, and I want to say thank you to you and all of our friends that came over at the house yesterday, at least to show that love. We had a great time sitting, talking about the issues, um, sharing a lot of fun about issues in the country. And,
mm.
that was a very amazing moment on yesterday. I hope that some of you listening have been there yesterday. But it was a very great thing. Uh, it was very great. We want to say, uh, okay, that's good. Let me say thank you to all of our guys in the counties for always keeping us live and clear, direct, being in all of the towns, the villages, in all of the counties. But Samara, the county meet is just reachable.
Yeah, Council meeting starts on the 12th,
Hmm.
yes, of January. And
Yes.
someone would say this is the first county meet, it's the second county meet under this government, right?
No, the first.
The first,
The first
okay.
county meet.
Yes, exactly. So, though football is something that unites everyone,
Mm.
it doesn't talk about politics and all of that. We are to celebrate and all of that. But let's see as how it plays out. For my you, Voice of Liberia are going to be bimping across.
Hmm.
That I can say. We're going to
Yeah.
be beeping across all of the counties. So you're going to get us live and crystal clear, as people
Mhm.
will say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And let's say thank you to all of our partners, those of you, and our doors are still open for partnership and sponsorship for the county meet. Those of you, you've got your business or other things, you're listening to us, and you want us to help you talk about it, encourage people about the business, be it any institution, even you selling coal water, we can still partner, then we can talk about it while on the counter meet. Mind you, the counter meet brings a lot of people together and a lot of persons who want to listen. Those of the people that won't be able to go in some of the counties, in some of the areas, though, they depend on the radio. And record has shown that we've done our best. If you count, stations I would do, I think you'll be giving us that award then.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the
Yes,
stations will relay from us. That
yes.
is not out of bragging, but it is clear to say we have the best uh, also broadcast equipment in the country. Apart from, I think, ECOWAS now.
ECOWAS.
We have all the things. We have three different, OSA broadcast equipment. We have the satellite, we have the other two separate, So our doors are open to you. You can come, you can call our numbers, and we can partnership. And so while we're on the game, you can be one of our sponsors during the county meet. And what we're going to do this year is going to be extraordinary. We're going to visit almost all of the counties that are going to be playing games. We're not going to wait just to come in Monrovia before we go and do, the usual thing. We go at the Samuel Kennedy Sport Complex and bring you the game. This time we're going to go in all of the counties. We'll be broadcasting to you live from Lofa County. We'll be broadcasting to you from Nimba, from Bong, from Cape Mount, from Bombing, Bapolu, from Bassa. If the game goes to River Stairs, we'll broadcast from River Stairs. And we'll just cut across all of the games. We're prepared. We prepare. And the technical man is telling me, say, the van is just beating always. The OB van is
Mhm.
just beating all the time, just waiting. So we want to say thank you to the entire team. Let's go for acknowledgement. Then we move ahead, going into it, looking at some of the issues this morning. There are a lot of things happening in Liberia, folks. And trust me, almost everything, they are not good, though. They are not good. So let's go to the acknowledgement. Samira, you want to acknowledge those of the people watching?
Yes, few individuals. I have
Mhm.
it here.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is Christopher Bernard. He said, I'm watching from Duazon Lower Makibi County.
Mhm.
And Cedric Fumo says, Happy belated birthday, CEO, long life. Sekou says, Good morning to Sekou V. Sharif. I follow you from 72nd Army Campfield Community. Black Boy Lua Last Bone says, Good morning, Sekou and beautiful Samira. I'm watching the show from Mahasa Corner in Cinco El Feed. And Andrew K. Blackie writes, Good morning, Voice of Liberia. My name is Andrew, and I'm Andrew K. Blackie, following from Banga City, Bon County this morning. Happy belated birthday, CEO Sekou V. Sharif. Wish you all the best, Chief. Philip LG Detua writes, good morning, Voice of Liberia, and good morning to our CEO, Sekou Sharif, and good morning to my own sister, Samira One Life. My name is Philip LG Detua, following you guys live from Banga City, Bon County. Happy New Year to all the workers of VOL. My new year on all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for the information provided for us every day in and out of Liberia. We have nothing to give you guys. Only God will definitely bless you in 2025. Abenigo Peter Lot, he said, Good morning, family. Does Liberia still exist? That's my good friend and brother there. Eric Gray writes, Good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm following from a Clarastown resident and happy belated birthday, CEO Sekou Sharif. Sandra Fuller says, Good morning to the VOL family and good morning to the Liberian people. And happy belated birthday. May Allah be with you and your family. Morris Union says, Good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm following from New Georgia Junction, Japan Freeway. Happy New Year to Voice of Liberia family and happy belated birthday, Sekou Sharif. Joseph D. Yima said, Congratulations, Samira, for your great job done for our country. Genesis Small says, Good morning, VOL. Genesis K. Small watching for Manga City. Bon County, keep up the good work. Abenigo, who is my good friend and brother, he says, Congratulations, Samira. Thank you. Samuel Light, Copper writes, Good morning, VOL. I'm following you guys from Capwell, Back Road Community. Today is my birthday. I'm inviting my beloved President JNB Foundation to come and celebrate with me. And lastly, let the president please bring us one foreign speaker before the two speakers who are here uh, because the two speakers who we have here with us, they are giving us a hard time. Kwali Congo Son says, Good morning, Voice of Liberia and the peace loving people of Liberia. Let me say Happy New Year to all of us. Also, a happy belated birthday to you, Sekou Sharif. I'm watching from Soul Clinic Community. Chie Exodus Inheritance Hobart. He writes, Good morning, Voice of Liberia family, and good morning to the peace loving people of Liberia. I'm Exodus Inheritance Forward. I'm following from Broadville City, Morton Corner. We are into great calamity under this unprepared government. Uh, he writes, excuse me. And this is Valentino Jobison. He says, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm presently watching you from Lofa County, Vontama. We will be in Lofa County soon, very soon." George Johnson writes, "Good morning. My name is George Johnson. I'm watching from Douala." Lincoln Campbell says, "Good morning. I'm watching from Kakata City." Stanley Sherry writes, "Good morning to the peace loving people of Mama Liberia and to the peaceful citizens of Blue Hill Town, Buckeye District, Replicate County, Western Liberia. I'm Stanley Sherry following you live from a usual Kosovo resident in Broadville City outside Monrovia. Firstly, let me say happy belated birthday to the CEO of this noble institution called VOL. I'm wishing you all the best. Secondly, let me say this to Liberian government. By stopping the Liberian people, uh, by stopping the Liberian people not sell gas. I think you meant by stopping the Liberian people not to sell gas. Yeah. No, I always say you always read again whenever you're posting something so that because everybody can make mistakes though. So you just read it again and be able to get what you're posting correctly. And Sue Coleman says, "I'm following from the economic freedom fighters of Liberia." Abu Bakar Sharif says, "Bon County is the best county in Liberia." Prince G. Walkway says, "Good morning, CEO. I'm watching from the township of West Point, the place where Vancouver changed a modern football field to a modern one. Happy belated birthday, CEO." The comments keep coming in. Let's take it from the bottom now. This is Stanley Sharif. He said, "I'm watching from the opposite. Bala Piu says, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia. My name is Solomon Piu. Yeah, thanks so much. May God bless you." Dorothy DCU says, "Good morning." Or hey, Teguvi Sharif Jr. and Samira, my daughter. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank you. And so comment is following from the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia, and then Therese, we are right. Good morning, Voice of Liberia, watching from the UN headquarters with my good friend Abraham Johnson, First Street Singer. Permanent physician Marcia Williams says, "Happy belated birthday, Sekou, following from Shoe Factory Community." Kristen Super writes, "A pleasant good morning. I'm following this intriguing conversation closely from a Capitol building office." DRS Bromkin says, "Good morning, family, and a happy belated birthday to Sekou. Wish you more years to come." Cassie Johnson writes, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm Cassie Johnson. I'm watching you from Omega community. Let me say Happy New Year to you guys, and thanks to you guys for all of the updates. David Gabriel is watching from Mantua Market, that is Waterside. Pamuyan D. Sharif says his name is Pamuyan Sharif, and he's watching us from Broadville, Morton Corner. I think I read that. Ken Anderson says, "Good morning. I'm following from Clarkstown. Happy birthday to me. January 29 is my birthday." You will pay when I say that again. Okay. So the comments are many and it keeps coming in. Let's just get five more comments, then we move ahead. Abdullah Douglas says, "Good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Atlanta, Georgia." Okay. So we cannot do all of the comments, but we acknowledge all of you who's following. And we also encourage you to share the live video because you don't want to be on it year one. You want to
Mm.
share with others so that they'll be able to get the information as it unfolds. And
Yes.
fellow Liberians, this is 2025.
Hmm.
And this morning, the cash giveaway is on.
So,
We're giving out money this morning.
so.
All you need to do is dial *799# and then you select option 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with 100 Liberian dollars and get money this morning. We're giving out money. We'll give out money to more than 10 persons here today. You can play more than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. If you did not win in 2024, this 2025, mind you, you can be some of our winners in this 2025. And it starts today. So play the cash giveaway now. and stand a chance to win more money. The country already hard. So you want to, get something to hope on. So go to the mobile money, put money on your phone, put 300, put 500, put 600, just play. Play this morning so that you'll be able to receive money. We will take winners. We will call out winners shortly. So if you're there listening, go tell all of your friends, sis, and Mira said I should play the cash giveaway and be able to win money this morning. Seku.
So play the cash giveaway so that you stand a chance to win. It helps a lot. Once you play and you win, you stand a chance So we encourage you to play the cash giveaway this morning. On Voice of Liberia, with the code. You're listening to us across the country. Play the cash giveaway. It's very important. The more you play, your chances to win, they're very, very, clear.
So, Seku,
Mm,
just before we give the lineup and go into our conversation,
mm,
there are a few things I want us to look at.
mm,
This month, it is a historical month.
mm.
We have a holiday within this month,
Okay.
the 22nd of January.
Mm.
Yes, you can recall. It was when the president went to give his son,
Oh,
and yeah, and he
mhm.
collapsed.
They get a bag.
And he collapsed,
You want to
but
tell you can be reminding your friends about.
no, I'm just trying to remind the Liberian people, that
Uh,
it happened on that day. It's historical
mm,
because it's the first of its kind, though.
yeah.
So we need to mark down history, take them into account, and be able to move through with it. Someone will say, "This Joseph Young Boakai government, every day you have fire news on the other end. From one place to another, you have fire." But let us look at our plate and tell you some of the things that will be discussed this morning on the broadcast as we go along. We're going to talk about this invitation from the Ghanaian president.
And so, just to let you know, you saw me going out.
Yeah.
I went to speak with the head of communication
Mm.
for the Ghanaian Parliament,
Okay.
and then I was trying to because I messaged him on yesterday late evening,
Okay.
and so I was trying to. I had a very short conversation with him, uh, but okay, when we reach to that point, I will say it.
Yes. We're also going to look at the death of police officer.
Hmm.
We will talk about it. That is something we will go into. The University of Liberia is to open on the 13th of this month. Since the president Barack took over, a whole year passed, and the university did not open because when he took over, the University of Liberia closed, and then it remained closed till the year end. Right? It's about 6 months or almost 6 months. And now the University of Liberia is to open, but that is not the point. We will be talking about the president that was being appointed by the government of Liberia to serve as the president of the University of Liberia. We're talking about that with a couple of other things on this broadcast. I mean, and it promises to be very fascinating. So wherever you are, do not go away. Stick still as we go through with all of our discussions on Good Morning Liberia.
So yeah, we are at 9 o'clock. We play host to. I think we should be having it right. We're gonna have a guest this morning on the show, and the guest will join us at 9 o'clock, so that we can have a conversation here this morning. And he's Tatos Pakala.
Okay.
Tata Pakalas is a Liberian human rights defender, and Tata feels that a lot of things been happening under the Joseph Numa Boaka administration, and so he joins us here at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll talk about all of the human rights violations in the country and looking at some other issues, by the way, on the program. Good morning, Liberia. This morning, joining us, wherever you are, I want to say thank you to you. Our names are Seku and Samira. Let's go to the point. Yesterday, we saw the new on social media the news of a police officer shooting himself to death.
Mhm.
We want to extend our condolences to the bereaved family, and I want to say this morning, and I'm saying this with a very heavy heart.
Mhm.
And the reason why it is because we've been talked to by a bulk of the officers of the Liberian National Police about the way they've been treated by Gregory Coleman. The way they've been treated by Gregory Coleman leadership has continued to cause serious problems for them. The last time, if some of you can remember, we were able to get conversations from the chat room of the police, and bulk of the officers in the chat room of the police, they were complaining about the way they've been treated. In fact, one of them said one of their colleagues committed suicide.
Mhm.
Listen, fellow Liberians, in that chat room, one of the officers said some of their colleagues committed suicide.
Mhm.
Meaning, when you're frustrated, not too many persons will be able to control their frustration.
Mhm.
Somebody went to school, they learned, they graduated, they have their family members. And then they told their family members that I'm working, and they asked them, "Where are you working?" They said, "I'm working for the Liberian government through the Liberia National Police." But they don't take pay.
Mhm.
They've been used by the police authority. They've been used on a daily basis to go and come riot, to go and do other things for the police, but they are not taking pay.
Mhm.
They have not been treated regularly. They are not getting the benefits. And the worst thing about it is they are unable to pay their children's school fees.
Mhm.
They sometimes take credit before their salaries come in. They don't. These things are things that frustrate anyone.
Mhm.
And so, hearing about a police officer yesterday shouting himself in the head, it is of no secret or surprise that that will happen to even more other police officers, because the police officers are disappointed, frustrated about the way Gregory Como is providing leadership, eating the money for the police people, I will say in simple Liberian English, and allowing the police officers to go through a lot in the country.
Mhm.
How can a police officer, he or she, will be able to work for 30 days in a month and they don't take pay? You send the people out of town. You send the people on special operation. You gave the people $5. You gave them 500. This is the Liberian National Police we're talking about. We don't encourage you officers to kill yourself, but sometimes frustration leads people to do a lot of things in this country or around the world. The thing that they call frustration, it is very bad. It is only few people that understand how to control themselves when they're frustrated about issues. There are few people that will have a second thought about issues, but others don't. Others don't.
Mhm.
A man, he works for the government through the Liberian National Police, but he's being deprived. There's no benefit for police officers under the leadership of Gregory Como. Police officers did not even take pay for the Christmas and the New Year,
Mhm.
but they're serving. And they have a system that says once you in the security, you can talk. So everything that happens there, it happens. And sometimes when you're working and you're not taking pay, and your wife or your people see you go to work and they take you to be serious and they tell you that what kind of work you doing, you can't bring pay home.
Mhm.
Every day you go to work, you now ought to take responsibility of your kids. You can pay school fees. You can do this. Then what kind of father are you? Or what job are you doing? To only find out you're doing a police officer job, you're a policeman for Liberia, or you don't take pay. They use you and they turn around and they abuse you. We say sorry to the folks of the late Mustafa Sharif, who I'm told used to reside in Cadwell, but he was a son out of Monrovia. See that?
You know,
So it tells you want to look at it, in a much better way and think about how it plays out.
Segu, under this regime,
Hmm.
the officers. They are complaining a lot.
A lot.
Like I have said here before, on many occasions, officers have reached out to me saying that we should be able to talk to the government so
Mhm.
that they receive their salaries.
Yes.
The class 46,
Yes.
this other class, that other class. And it's so embarrassing that a person will be serving their nation,
Yeah.
serving the government. And the worst part about it is that these officers, they are being used.
Mm.
Sekou. When there is a riot, they are being sent there.
So
When there is this happening, they're being sent there. So what is it this man is carrying home to his family
mm,
to show that yes, I'm working? It just shows that the government is irresponsible somehow.
that's
Because
it.
if you cannot cater to
And you
some
have
of
a
these,
bad
yeah,
leadership at the
seriously,
police.
yes, yeah,
Gregory Como has become a total embarrassment
yeah,
to the police because he has brought no change
yeah,
within the police. The only thing he has done for himself, he acts like the head of the investment of our country. He goes around encouraging investors because he's the investor director now.
yes, and nothing being done. And
Yeah.
some of the money said that these people they are making, if you hear them, you will even give up.
A
Some of
police
them
officer
taking
is
100,
making 100.
50, 75. Then at the end of the day, you sit and say, oh, no corruption should be in the country when your own police officers that you have in the streets.
You underpay them.
Thank you.
You don't, in fact, it is not just about the underpayment, but
But
you
it's
don't even
about
pay them.
teachers.
You underpay them, then you go to the extent you don't even pay them within time.
Yes.
Some of them they've worked for a couple of months, they're not taking
So
pay,
the other
but
guy,
you're using them.
yes, the other guy said 8 months.
You see.
He have been working. He cannot
So
receive
how do you
salary.
expect? Let's talk so and talk so.
How the man will come to work?
Sometimes we talk about the police this, the police that. Let's be honest. If a police officer is being treated in that manner and form,
Thank you.
who do you expect the police officer to take his frustration to?
Yes.
It runs directly to those of the drivers
Drivers.
plying the streets of
Yes.
Monrovia and its environs
Mhm.
because they think that they are not taking pay, and
Exactly.
so their anger will be pushed to the drivers.
At the end of the day, they have to go home or something.
Oh yes, now the people not taking pay.
Uh-huh.
The people work for I don't know how many months. They won't take pay. How will you allow now if a policeman he goes to the extent or he reach a point and this man is not taking pay.
Mhm.
Somebody come and tell you, say, officer, I want to do something bad thing, but let me get you two bucks. Layman pay is around $100, 125,
Mhm.
or let me get you 300, 500. This man barely received 500 so easily. What do you expect that man to do? He allows the person to carry out whatsoever they want to carry out. So that's the reason why you see the criminal rate and all these things are so many in the country, and we will not be able to get hold of them because the officers themselves they've been ill-treated, they've not been paid. Eh? And let me tell you something, fellow Liberians, you will hear more officers killing themselves. We are not in support of it. We are not encouraging them. We think it is not the right way, but human differences is it. The way I will handle issues, Samira will not handle
Mhm.
issues like that. The way I will see things, Samira will not see things like that. It is because of the hardship you are working, but you cannot achieve anything.
And they start to regret. Pressure start to hold you.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's the reason why I say too many persons working with pressure because imagine an officer who is serving. Then you have on the Liberia National Police uniform almost every day of your life.
Yes.
By the end of the day, you're not getting any.
You
It
don't take
hurts
pay.
anyone. It
The
hurts.
late mistake you make, they want to take administrative action
Yes.
against you. The late mistake you make. Now you see how it is?
Imagine you have officers in this country that don't have ID cards.
Yes.
Imagine.
Officers of the Liberia National
They
Police
don't
don't
have
have
ID card.
identification
Yeah.
card,
Can you imagine?
but they are representing our country.
Yes.
Officers don't have identity. That's the least of all any government would do or any leader would do
We
within
gotta be
the
serious.
police.
We have to be serious.
But Gregory brags and go about do all kinds of things in our
All
country.
he knows how to do is to go to Ghana, get vehicles from there.
Yeah.
He say, oh, this, that, that.
And it didn't take more than 3, 4, 5. When we still need police officers, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, put it behind a woman.
Like, different. I
When she
don't know.
comes to ask them to say,
Yeah.
God, yeah, our
It is,
country,
it is the Senate pro tem that is fasting.
yeah, our country,
Then wherever she goes, If she's here fixing her hair, you have the officers sitting down with you. Okay,
Yeah.
the Liberian people work that they have to do that. They have turned to
There are
personal security.
more than 4 or 5
Yes,
officers.
they have turned to personal security, and that is not also who there is a police pickup that they are in
Mm,
morning of.
yeah.
The men take the pickup and say, "Let's go." So it's just the one that we know about. How about the one that we're not in the know about?
Yes. When officers are not taking pay. Now, Gregor will go there and accept to say the police has been doing well for this man. Nothing. Nothing. Because there's something must have pushed
That man to do
that man
such.
to do what he did.
Yeah.
For a man to take his own life,
Yes.
something must be the cause. Something must be the cause. That frustration must come from within the way you've been treated between the police. You don't mind if an man has been taking pay. If family has been, because when you're not taking pay, the pressure from your family is too that kind of a way.
Mhm.
When you are to provide for the home, a man that does not provide for his house or his home, that person is not a man. Because at the end of the day, people will not respect you. They won't have any respect for you. So more things will happen. More things will happen. We'll talk about this thing about the invitation thing later on. It's something
Yeah.
around there.
But then
Let's
at
go
least you
to
want to get
yeah. No, let's just add a conversation and then
okay.
we'll open the lines. They will choose as who's one of them to talk about.
Okay, so while
Let's
we
talk
are
about
doing
this.
that, continue playing the cash giveaway on that's that seven cash select number 8 for Prince of Liberia. Then we play with $100 Liberian. You're playing with 100 LD, we're giving you 3,000 Liberian dollars. So wherever you are this morning, play now. As we already have 2 winners for 3,000. So after we get through with the cost and everything, we might take 4 winners at once.
Yeah, so
So
play
play.
the cash giveaway and stand a chance to win. We encourage you to do it. And then this morning you'll be one of the happiest persons in the country. Now let's move. Um, the president has appointed uh, someone to lead or to head
The state
the
run
state-run
university.
university. That is a university.
Mhm.
And we've been seeing on social media that there are lots of, you know, some are rejecting it, some are saying that it is the right thing that the president has done. And so I'm going to read you what they posted, right? Or you want to read from the executive mansion? I could just read the release from the executive mansion. We'll go into it.
Okay. It says for immediate release. Okay. President Waka appoints Dr. Lily Papayan as president of the University of Liberia, January 4, 2025. Executive Mansion Memorial. His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai of the Republic of Liberia and visitor to the University of Liberia has appointed Dr. Lely Mapayan as the 16th president of the University of Liberia. This historic appointment follows the approval of the university's Board of Trustees in accordance with the University of Liberia's charter. In his letter of appointment, President Walker expressed confidence in Dr. Mapayan's ability, integrity, and extensive experience, emphasizing his trust that she would demonstrate these qualities in service to the university and tradition. Dr. Mapayan, a distinguished academic and prolific scholar, is currently the executive director of the Wesley Centers for Women, that is the WCW, and a professor of Africana Studies at Wesley College in the USA. Her selection followed a rigorous search process conducted by the University of Liberia Board of Trustees Search Committee, which identified her as a leading candidate for the position. Dr. Mapayan holds a PhD in psychology from Temple University and MS in psychology from the Penn State University.
Mhm.
She earned her undergraduate, blah, 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 blah.
Thank you. So I want us to look at it in this way,
Mhm,
Brother Liberia. The president has the right
mhm,
to appoint president of the University of Liberia. In other countries like Sierra Leone, Liberia, Mali, uh, uh, council law. Yes, I think that's how they call it because it's a British country, so they don't say president and all of that. So the president has the right to do that,
mhm.
but I think that brings about the way we as a country and people, you know. Okay, so in Sierra Leone, in other countries, we call it chancellor,
Okay.
right? It's as the same as the president. You know, you appoint them and all of that, right? Because I think it is, we have this American doctrine. We go through what the Americans will say or do in terms of the education system. So we call it the president.
Mhm,
Okay. So the president has the right, the president of the Republic of Liberia has the right to appoint um, the head of the University of Liberia.
mhm,
But being having the right, you need to be sensitive, not to be insensitive in your appointment.
mhm,
Now, listen, having the right, you need to be sensitive, not to be insensitive to your appointment. What do I mean insensitive? You see, we all sit here and complain and say there are no jobs or Liberians don't want jobs. Liberians don't advance themselves in education. We say all the worst things about people, but we have qualified Liberians to do most of the jobs that we bring foreigners to do.
mhm,
I'm not saying that it is wrong to bring foreigners to do a particular job, but what I'm against, jobs that Liberians can do should not be given to foreigners.
mhm,
We allow foreigners to come and work in Liberia, fair enough. It is important to allow foreigners to come and work in Liberia. It is important. But to see jobs that Liberians are qualified to do, that foreigners should come and do it, I disagree. And I think that is totally wrong on the part of any leaders of our country. It means that you are even undermining the very liberalization policy of this country, or where we want to promote Liberians. You are not supporting Liberians. You are not encouraging Liberians to even, you know, further their education, because if one goes to school and they learn, meaning that they will go back to the country and get a job, it is contrary.
mhm,
Because no matter how you are educated, Liberia will undermine your education.
mhm,
Don't we have Liberians that have masters in education in our country? Don't we have doctorate degree holders in our country? Don't we have qualified people in our country? To say that the president, the people will talk about, dual citizenship, Liberia allows you to what? Yes, we are not saying that it is wrong. But what we're saying here, to be the president of the University of Liberia, you cannot tell me there are no qualified Liberians in Liberia to occupy that position, to have gone to the United States and take someone, right? And take someone to say they should come and serve. Yeah, the thing. And let me give you just a little history of Sierra Leone and other countries that we all are just close neighbors as to who are the heads of their universities.
Mhm.
Who are the heads of their universities?
Mhm.
The University of Sierra Leone. Did the University of Sierra Leone go to Great Britain and bring someone to lead or to serve as the head of the University of Sierra Leone? No. They took one of their daughters, qualified daughter, one of their qualified daughters.
Mhm.
When you do these things, you undermine, you discourage people from even pursuing because at the end of the day, once you are Liberian, even you are qualified because you don't have the international stuff or whatsoever, they discourage you.
Mhm.
So all of the time that the president stopped Liberians from attending the University of Liberia was suggested one American lady come and make her to be the president of the University of Liberia.
Mhm.
Is that what Joseph Walker was doing? Is that what Joseph Walker was doing? Now let me tell you, and I'll give you information about few African countries about their presidents of their very university. Like you go to Ghana, you go to Sierra Leone, you go to Nigeria. Did they take foreign national or to say, oh, the person with naturalized and all of that and make them their chancellor? No. So when you appoint a qualified Liberian, it encourages other people to think that I will be the
This
president
person
of Liberia one of these days.
has to if this
So
lady.
those are the students that are learning there. So even if when they are qualified tomorrow, they will be given the opportunity to serve because we're looking for outsider, we're looking for Americans, we're looking for other people to come and serve our country.
Somebody who might not even reside yet.
Mhm.
We will just be out and out.
And this is the current chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone.
Okay.
This is the lady. You see, let's give you all information.
Mhm.
Liberia can produce, we can do our best. We have some of the best brains in this country. Now, the head, she is Dr. Margaret Catherine Bao Umbani,
Hmm.
the fifth.
Carry the name.
She's the current, like the way they call it on our side, chancellor, but it is president, as it seems. Let's give you the information about her. She's the head of the University of Sierra Leone. Dr. Margaret Catherine Bao Umbani the fifth, born to the late Mr. Daniel Anthony Bao and Paramount Chief,
Mm-hmm.
Madam Veronica Kome Bao Umbani the third, received her education in the Catholic tradition, is post lover. She excelled academically, obtaining her Bachelor of Arts degree in History and English language from one of the top universities they call for Beach College in Sierra Leone. She later pursued a diploma in education and earned a Master of Arts degree in curriculum development from the University of Sussex in UK. So, what this has helped to do for Sierra Leone, those of the people that are in the education sector will always feel proud that if Dr. Margaret Catherine Baombani will be the president of the University of Sierra Leone, myself can be the president of the University of Sierra Leone.
Mhm.
Why didn't the government go out and bring someone from UK? Why? Why didn't they go out and bring someone from UK? So what did the government of Sierra Leone do? They appointed a Sierra Leonean. They appointed a Sierra Leonean to serve as the head of the University of Sierra Leone. Nobody is saying that we're against
Yeah. But you know, Seku, the thing is, if you have people who's qualified for the job,
Mhm.
they are in your country, then why you should prioritize the outsiders?
Mhm.
That's the question. Why bring another person when you know you have individuals there who can serve,
Mhm.
who are capable
Mhm.
of doing this thing? Why bring another man from somewhere?
Mhm.
Someone who will not even sit there to run the university.
Mhm.
Because mind you, that's the little home. You have to go back there
Oh yeah.
and be able to settle every other thing. So she's just going to be in and out, in and out. What the difference this one is going to make? After you have kept the university closed for about 6 months,
Yes. You go to Ghana. Ghana has appointed a Ghanaian as the head of the University
the
of Ghana.
papa is not learning.
You go to Nigeria. They've done the same thing. So what is it that we as a country now? Let me tell you about what I've observed about the University of Liberia.
Mhm.
You can bring Jesus Christ. You can bring Prophet Muhammad at the University of Liberia. There are just little things that need to be put in place. If you don't put those things in place, the university will still be the way it is. You have, and I was listening to someone saying that they should cancel the political things at the university.
So that's a political university. I cannot be simple.
I don't know whether when people in comment that their
No,
senses get lost.
it's not true.
Are you kidding me? You go at the university
Yeah,
and say there's
something
political
that have been
issues there.
happening. It have been happening. Yes.
Now look at what idea is she going to bring. Listen, you first of all got to know the problems before you provide
She'll
solutions.
be like the education minister.
Yes, a big notice that
Yes.
sits in the seat of the Ministry of
Yeah.
Education, serving as the Minister of
Yeah.
Education, that lacks all the things that
Yes.
doesn't understand the problems of
Nothing.
education
But
in our
still,
country, that sits within that position, and she does nothing.
yeah.
At the end of the day, the
Another one
six
is coming.
years we're in, and Liberia will remain where it
Yeah.
is. In fact, they will even call us to be a messy, beyond messy.
And you know the thing is, these people will sit and look at our lawmakers. The lady said, she sat down there. She looked at the people and said, "I have not been to Liberia for
For
I know how many
yes,
years." She don't even know the countess. So how she? So this is the same thing with the University of Liberia, Sekou, like
yeah.
you were saying. But she knows nothing.
What she understands.
Did
Oh,
she
they
attend
come,
the university?
she
No.
has no. So what they come to do, they say, oh, the woman is educated, she will read about it.
That's not
The
it.
people on ground will help her.
That's
No,
not it.
as a leader, first of all, you got to understand
Yeah.
the terrain in which you're gonna be headed. What history she has when it comes to the University of Liberia. What she understands about the University of Liberia. So we're gonna come back to the same thing where students will continue to protest. We're gonna come back to the same thing where the university will be shut down. We're going to come back to the same thing where the students will be agitating. We're going to come back to the same thing where the system there will be washed. Because this is a woman that comes from America. She understands that everything is being put in place. She's not she's not a person that understands how to work in a hard environment
Thank
like
you.
the University of Liberia.
Thank you. The way in which you was on that side,
On
that's
that
why
side,
I bring
all
it
of the
here.
systems are in place.
Yes.
The internet, the this, the that, and
Right.
everything. Unless you come to the University of Liberia, there are challenges. You need a very committed and a selfless, someone that is willing to even go beyond to serve as the head of the University of Liberia. You don't need someone of such to go and serve at the University of Liberia because the University of Liberia has a complex. The problems at the University of Liberia, there are too many. So how do you address them? When you have the faculty, they have their own issues. Do they do appointments in consultation with the faculty? Because they are the ones that are going to work along with the so-called president and whosoever that they appoint. You go take an American that has never been to Liberia, that
So
understands nothing. Then somebody will say, "Oh, we talk about the dual citizenship." No, nobody is having problem with
yeah,
Liberia or with foreigners working in
but the
Liberia.
problem is if you
But
have people here who are qualified,
what we're saying here, how well does she understands the problems at the University of Liberia that she's going to lead? So that woman going to sit there and she's going to take years to learn some of the things. Then before you start thinking about improving the system, oh yes, it is what is going to be happening. Number one, the University of Liberia is underfunded. The state run is underfunded. Is she going to allow, or is she just going to be one of the presidents of the University of Liberia that will just come and just take pay? They will be the pay president. They only want to pay at the end of the month. They take their pay. They don't care. What are we achieving?
yeah, and mind you, on the other hand, too, I'm getting information that when she start to operate the University of Liberia, employees will go on strike again for their salary.
Ah,
So you know what will happen, Sekou? When the
mm.
people go on strike for their salaries, the lady will pack her Satoka and move to the States, sit there and say, if you're ready, you're coming. You people ain't ready yet. Oh, but Sekou, if you bring a novel, what do
No,
you expect?
but listen,
Oh, but yeah.
like I said,
I will go sit there and say, if you're ready, you're coming.
like I said, that lady, she's not a person that worked in a very harsh environment. Where she has worked and continue to work, they have all the system in place and things it is being supported and they have things moving smoothly. Yes. But in Liberia, at the University of Liberia, you have protest. You have people, you have students there complaining.
Yeah.
You have the people saying, oh, the portal is down, they think everything,
Yeah.
upgrade not there, everything, the people protest for it.
Mm-hmm.
Can she withstand all these things?
Not just porter business, but
Eh?
also armchairs.
Uh,
People can protest for armchairs.
will she withstand all the things? Now you come to, yeah, I'm not used to this. Huh? I don't want to do this.
Exactly.
You got to cut this. I want to cut some cut it. Oh, but that is not going to happen because they've not told that woman, say, this is the environment you're going to work into. Because the environment she's coming is very rough. And the environment that she has been working is not as rough as to where she's coming. Or at the end of the day, what will happen in this case? She just relax and take her pay. Oh, she just relax, take her pay. So nothing will happen. She cares less about it. She stands to lose nothing. It is our country. And those of the students are attending. Imagine for a government to allow the state-run university to go to allow them to close for more than 1 month, right?
Mhm. Ah,
Since Joe Biden took over the
since
university,
it was since July, June, July. Sekou,
August, September, October,
I said
November, December,
it's
under any serious government, it won't even take 1 month.
thank you.
But it shows how this government they don't care about
You
education.
can take up politics. That's a whole political campus thing.
Yes. Then you go.
Nothing you can
Someone,
do.
nobody talking about the qualification here. No, I'm not going into qualification whatsoever. No, I'm
No,
not. I don't,
if man is able, they gotta pay that woman higher. I don't know how
nobody
people
think,
understand. I don't know as to
think.
how people understand the whole thing. When you bring a person from another country to serve in your country, the salary should be higher. If you see whatever you pay, whoever that's here. It also works with the UN sector or whatever. You see when they send you in another country, they have to pay you higher. So when she's coming from America to come here, they will be responsible for everything, just the way they feed the petrol on that machine. They
Yeah.
will start to feed the woman on the
So,
machine.
first of all, what they will do for
Yeah.
her, they will need to
They
give her
want
a
family,
package. No,
everything.
listen. They will need to give her a package for relocation.
Okay, okay.
Yes. It is clear they will need to give her a package for relocation. Or you could do that to a Liberian that's already residing here. They will need to give her a package.
You see that? I have to take care of her children.
They will need to give her a package. So
So
listen, the last time, the very Tyrus Delon and the legs of the very government when they were in opposition, they said it was wrong to have what the guy they wanted to send to NEC,
it
that
was
Nigerian.
yeah, that Nigerian guy. Yes, I just cannot recall his name, but
So they saw it as problem in the past. But now it's not a problem because they are leading. Now you see the hypocrisy, and you see how those are the people that call themselves leaders. You see how wicked and fake they are. They saw it as problem. Uwakodike,
Yes.
Uwakodike, something like that. When the former president appointed Uwagodigi to serve as the National Elections Commission head, they Delon, the Yomli, all the other people in the opposition, they say, "Oh, how you gave a job to foreigner, and foreigner not supposed to get a job in our country and all of that." But the very Liberian Senate again will sit there and allow this woman to be confirmed. I don't know whether the University representative go for confirmation. I don't
I
know,
don't think
right?
no, it's the board of trustees that can come together to do that.
Okay.
It's not the Senate.
They don't go to but they will sit there and allow this woman to work in a very conducive environment. But we criticized it yesterday that it was a wrong thing to have allowed a foreigner to be appointed in the government. But today, we say, oh, that dual citizenship, it has been passed, so we should take an American to come and serve as the president of the University of
You
Liberia.
know, Zeko, when things happening at times, Liberians can even look at some of the consequences, right?
Mm.
They just hear, oh, the man get put the lady, her portfolio, everything is okay. Let her come and work. Are you
Do
thinking
we need
beyond?
portfolio
Are
to
you thinking beyond?
do we need portfolio to change the issues at the University of Liberia?
Are
I
you
don't think so.
thinking beyond?
I don't think so. It is just a common thing that systems need to be put in place and the right things have to be done. And you have the immediate change. So you don't need Madam
And
Wotu.
they had a whole list of people that applied. And you know the thing about putting out that list of people, I felt that it was not professional.
Mm.
You cannot have still amount of people applying for something at the end of the day, then you say, oh, let's put it out and everything. But actually speaking, they will need to do better because you already see how the education system it is looking. It's because of a novice that we have there.
Yeah.
Who said that she knows nothing about it? Who said that she was in the country when she was small and blah blah blah. By the end of the day, she be put in there. You need someone who knows how to operate the whole thing. That is how it works. And all of the benefits that will be given to that lady is simple. Don't you think that it can change Liberians' life, other Liberians' life? The
Mm.
other Liberians that will get there. It's better that Liberians be able to enjoy what they are in instead of giving all of these things to another person from another man's land. And you will sell this that because they're where that little thing for money and go and build and do whatever she want to do. Simple. So I would say that it's going to benefit the country. We don't have problem with horse serving, a portfolio, all of that. That's not the issue. But
Mm.
the issue here is that you have other Liberians who
How do you
they are
encourage
qualified.
people? How do you encourage people to do that? Let's go to the lines and listen to you, Liberians, this morning on the show. Good morning, Liberia, on Voice of Liberia, 104.1. And so let's go to the lines on 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907, are the two numbers for those of you in Monrovia and its environs. Please, I beg you. The numbers we're calling, don't call on another number that you're supposed to call on. Let me call the numbers for Monrovia and its environs. For those of you listening to us in Monrovia and its environs, here are the two numbers to call us on 0770-907-907, are the two numbers for those of you in Monrovia. For those of you in the counties, you're listening to us in Grand Bassa, you're listening to us in Mangibi, you're listening to us in Bong, you're listening to us in Lofa, in Grand Kidmount, Bapolu, Bomi, you're listening to us in Maryland, Sano, Riverside, and other parts of the country. Here are the two numbers to join us this morning on the show: 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, or 0555-184-711. 0555-184-711. 711 are the numbers for those of you in the counties. To all of the females, this line is exclusively just for all of the females that want you to call. You, the female, you can be in Monrovia, you can be in Grand Bassa, you can be in the counties. This is the number you can call us on, and you'll be live on the show on 0773 978564 0773 We go to the lines and listen to you this morning on the show. It is your time to talk to us. This person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Sorry.
thing I told you from about the reaction.
Okay, David. Please go ahead.
Yeah, you see, that's the problem at hand right now. You see, ranging from the Nigerian National Police to the Federal Nigeria, like you are discussing, but we are not seeing the kind of rescue vision that is looking on to rescue this country. For all we see, for the very poor people, we see them putting the country into serious mess, and this mess will not be playing anytime soon because the government is not a listening government. The president is not listening. The president feels that he owns the country. He only feels that Liberia is for him. I mean, he's entitled to Liberia, and Liberia had no right to question him for whatever thing that he does in this country. How will you go to America and bring an American citizen who knows nothing about Liberia and looking at the situation of Liberia to be a highly politically charged environment? You bring in somebody there who will not be used to this kind of hostile environment, like the University of Liberia, to mock in their protest, like Samuel said for here, and to pack up there and go to the US and be there and telling us, "Oh, when you guys get ready, don't call me, I mean, we got a lot of like I applied for that job. It's not Liberian. That you could give them the presidency of the University of Liberia.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let me take another person here. Good morning. Good morning. You. I'm not getting you though. Good morning. I hope our technicians are coming. Okay, let me take the morning. Morning. I'm not getting you. Oh, good morning. I'm not. I'm not hearing you. Hope that Janti will come in. Let me take call. And, let me take this call. Mhm.
I can try it.
Yes. I think I will need to. Let me take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, CEO.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira.
Mm.
You know, CEO, you can have yesterday, or my name is Kameki, I'm calling from Cross Street Cinco.
Got me.
That lady got no impact. Nothing she got to come back with. You know what? You can just say it under her salary. He had known that woman from way back. Say, come and get your butt. Nothing so she went. Whether university student cry for chair, there was nothing absolutely. Just her fat salary. Thank you for affording me the time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take another
I
person on the
think
line.
yeah, we need to announce it again.
Yes. Let me come on this side. Good morning. Good morning. You can use the other part. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
It's a follow up.
Yes, the volume. Good morning.
So,
Yes, please go ahead.
yes, I want to say, my name is John P. Apaulu, and I'm calling from Bangla City, Bangla this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say happy belated birthday to you, CEO, and a very good happy new year to you and my sister, Sandra.
Mm.
Yes, say good to the issue. I want to say, everything that the guys for the Unified criticize in the past are now doing it, and it's doing it even more than what the former president did. As you are saying, they refuse that Nigerian here, but today our Senator Prince Moe is aligned with that lady and her husband. That lady or her husband were the people who every Moe during the election we have photos and video clips about a phone country. So that election came from the hands of Moe, CEO. So, so let me just be a 2025 gift, and I think that 2024 we stay inside. But we're just going to call that this country. Let God come to our rescue this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Chico.
Yeah, morning.
President, I will more coming to the university. I first know very well that I will more. The government will not pay that more less money because the conference, you know how much you're taking there. You paying some, you will have to pay the person more than why you're not saving. Two, the woman got to rent the furnished apartment.
Oh, yes.
Apartment for the woman, which is the furnished apartment, paying $5,000 per month. So you can look at our pay up to 10,000 or you can pay up 20,000. You tell that university that you will start screening to find money to pay that woman 30 to 35,000 per month. The president look at it. You see some of the things that going to this country, let people look at it. The old man look at it, he know they are doing it, he shut the all that rest to it. That's why university you don't fall. That's the only thing we have to learn here. Why you behave like this? So for me, I know that.
Thank you. Let me take this other person. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead. Bon, please be audible. Yeah, train your voice. You sleepy?
No, I'm not awake.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I'll be thank you so much for the use of discussion this morning. The one that has to do with the budget of like from the president and friend and with the board of trustees. But quite unfortunately, I was thinking only part of the president because the president can probably what about I got created in the university. I got created like university, even a proposal of that university to be president of the university. That's the point I'm thinking I step by the law. So for me, it's a clever attempt to make that university effectively close because other students will not allow it. That's the foundation of the university I got created.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me take another person here. They call.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, let me just take this person. I can get to you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sherry. The best feeling. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes. My name is Johnson Toga, and I join you from the country, specifically the Korean Avenue. Yeah, let me speak to the police issue. You see, Big Brother, the form and manner in which Gregory Como is treating this as another errand in the country, it is very much disheartening. And President Joseph Wagner, who told you that Abraham Kumar, people would do better for the police and another country. All he does is to suppress the police officer only because he wants his own person as a guy. I think that is wrong. President Kuma went to school here, his late brother, even as speaking here. He came here because he the ground pastor. He had that ceremony. I don't think that Joseph Maga and maybe all the students because he won't police action. I think they want Labrador to go further. These things should stop. The other country that we are still with, that we are going, you can see police action, we run all in the street. I don't say that president comes on the people instead of the emergency. I think this is wrong. All you do is to only get back and not asking the position going from country to country.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. This person. Morning.
Hey, good morning, my dear brother. Good morning to Samurai in Kilo with you. My permanent calling from Buchanan Grand Pastor County, one of Bon County Pioneers.
Go ahead.
Thank you for your platform, CEO. This government, this unity party led government in this country, actually we do not know who the hell, who the leader for this government or for this country. Because everybody wants to end that they head the president. You just see the other minister will say this, the other president will say this, then the director will say this. But we're looking at Pepe Koma see that he's the president of this nation. Pepe Koma see that anything he does matter. You see that he's the head. So we do not know what actually Joseph Boakai is doing. You getting me, CEO?
Yeah, you're alive.
Okay. Just look, Pepe Koma had to accept Boakai to his girlfriend or his wife. Who is that lady? Then
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Let me take another person on the line. Too many calls.
Of course, yeah. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Give the grandmaster. Let's hear you.
Yeah, lady, I just what I want to score now. You want to say I just not to put that because if you take somebody else from another place and bring it in the place that is not one of them to go tomorrow, I expect the person to rock me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You want to take the calls on your end? You want to take the calls? Have calls, yes, Amara.
Yes, I have calls. Let me take this person. Okay, now this I can do it like this. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Good morning. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Beko. Happy New Year for you. This is taking part of the executive master. You know, as they come to the police, you know, I don't know. It's only ability or professionalism to apply. When it comes to border government, everything you're going to see up. That's why they start out of the grabbing, and you will transfer all of it. But that's the border now. Everything is objective. Then we have a police, you know, what we always say, everything that these people is doing for the we are they're saying for all. Remember, when the ATS got down in the country, and then the guys run around here and say, we are not killing. So the policemen is set in the head. What do we say? We say, what kind of stage is it going to say in here? Yeah, because you get it all of us. You're not getting paid. So the only thing he's going to do is to take away his life. That's the first of all, like, zero. Because the back for him is free. Management, she will not be able to manage that area. She will not be able to operate in that or the government. You go on travel with the children, with the children, for the farmers, so they can really run the campus, could be 40%, if 40%, the resources will not be there, salary. She's not even in school. What should be doing here?
Yeah.
So when you want to put it into place, take some of your home. I can't tell you something to hold. What is that?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me take this person here. Let me come to Monrovia. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, sir. Let's hear you. Papa, go ahead.
After this Miller just happy birthday to you. And may the Almighty God to us and
Inshallah.
as you are prepared to do your culture. You know, this year, we should be expecting this year. God, the president have all 1,000 others to be given jobs. So I think that is one of the
Thank you. We got it, brother. We got plenty long-time friends there. Okay, this person here. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Fabio Nima. We are calling from district number 9.
District number 9. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, for the people, sometimes it is good to go where they have their orientation. I'm in a certain position as administrator. So the clear indication that the president is not the administrator in the sense that, you know, if you do public policy, because that's what we call policy environment. The environment in the Western world is quite different from the environment in the African setting. That's because you used to even with a bill system already there, established bill system. Yeah, we don't have system. The problem at the university is not individual problem. It's a system problem. It's a massive problem. What they need to do is to get the partner to invest more money into the university. Not bring immigrants to now. People will say crap. Because the system is not correct. If the system is not for support, how will the person work? The woman go in the barrel to clean the barrel against detergents or other alternative materials? No. It is collectively the problem has to be solved. So that appointment is just the wasteful spending of our resources. Because I know some people get fabulous salaries and moving into state. Why would you do it? You don't have to have it.
Okay, thank you. This person, morning.
The point is as well. The money to you, whether it's
Go ahead, let's hear you.
yeah, my name is James, and I became of the 13th December in 1860. Concerning the situation of the still running the president, the president, I don't think he's anything that was what. The changes of president of the still running the president is not a problem. Without serious problem of the still running the president, the money you want to spend to pay this American leaders, you will use that money to do serious renovation. Okay, and do the issues on ticket, salaries, and staff. There are a lot of things that people at the university. Can you imagine using COPA, you to do an experiment, all of these things there? This will be beyond control. They are still there for in the early days. There are a lot of things supposed to be done. The teachers are complaining about their salaries. The conducive improvement of the facility of the state of the university. Can you see reason to address this problem? Then you are bringing somebody from the diaspora as a president who is the technical, know-how to the price of the student university. Do you know that? In fact, you could look right at the campus there. Among the very students, those who are graduated from there, you can take somebody from that place that to be a president of the university instead of weighing the diaspora. There are a lot of problems. In fact, I don't think I've considered that, on the 50 of this month, the February is very good.
It's the tight thing.
Yes. Okay. But they were open now because the problem they are not being addressed in the first place. Are you curious to look into the problem?
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the counties. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is Paul Sousa.
Paul Sousa from where?
Okay, I call from
Bon, let's hear you. Brother.
Thank you. The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 23. And man evil for good. Evil will not depart. What I've seen is Baka government return evil for good, and now government the excellency of this government. So bad thing happening under this government. We imagine the first year 2006 during the independent day, the national government, and the first year again coming capital building government, and there are a lot of terrible things that are happening. So this is what we are going through, and we are protecting our people, not listening to us. Maybe that we are going through this every time. We are getting there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take another person here. Morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good Terry. I'm Fire Vani calling from the USA there.
Okay, Fire Vani. Please go ahead.
Yeah,
No, Fire. You calling from where?
From the Painesville. Yeah.
Fire, please. This is not a line for the Painesville people. Sorry, I beg you. This line is exclusively for those of the people at Monrovia. Here is the line for those who be in Monrovia. Let me just call the numbers again. Those who be in Monrovia, you can call us on the two numbers 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 or 0880 907 907 0880 907 907. Those of you out of Monrovia in the counties, you're listening to us. Here are your numbers. Call us on 0773 419 502 0773 419 502, or you can call us on 0555 184711 0555 184711. For the female callers, only females, here is your number 0773 978564. 0773 97 uh
6584.
6584.
Yeah, so continue to play the cash giveaway. We
Mm,
will take winners. When we're
yep.
about to take winners, it's the way the woman is talking. Just listen. If
Mm.
we're about to take winners, then we will,
Yeah. We're coming to take calls, but you're listening to the newly appointed president of the University of Liberia. He won't come and speak to you for.
Your colleague Joanne Murray for inviting me to be a part of the Albright Institute this year as a formal lecturer.
Yeah.
I've come many times as an observer, and I've
Can you imagine? This is you're listening to her. In fact, she's going to communicate.
University.
Yeah, she's going to communicate with those students.
Imagine.
I also want to thank my dear colleague Joanne Murray for inviting me to be a part of the Albright Institute this year as a formal lecturer. I've come many times as an observer, and
Oh my God.
That university that looks like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, let's go to the call lines and take calls this morning.
This is funny. We'll play the whole thing.
Yeah. Those of you out of Monrovia, your numbers are 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, 0555 Let's
Hello?
take this person. Morning.
Good morning, Segu. Good morning, Sembra. Good morning to the here to all.
Same to you.
Just now, funny how you talk about the national police. My son is an officer before. Okay, it was now.
Mm.
They didn't listen to me and tell me, I told you don't go to that place. I told you don't go there. But now you see me not coming out anymore. So my brother, you just put out the issue to the thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me take another person here. Morning. Good morning. Okay, this person here. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Yep.
It says you, it says 088 from Kingsville, I'm looking for your money.
No, but no more calling you.
That is not my fault.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I was just saying it is not surprising. I'm still saying this. For this government, I would just set 3 points. Doing any government in the past, the first year, becoming power, we were taking people from America to come and make it. And the few people Sherry didn't do at that time. So we were thinking how to get people in power. But in this government, we already get only 5 people in this government. We get only 5 students. People Sherry just from school. He's finished. He's still doing another master, another thing. Camera, the same. Then you start choosing these people to fight at these places. You still going in America to pay people 100,000. We're not even talking about their salary here, but we need to come. You should pay them. There. They are refugees, so we got to bring them.
Yeah, refugee. I like that.
Look at this kind of thing in Liberia. What we can only 5 people to continue our
Okay, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take another call here. This many. We want to talk about this invitation. Good morning.
Good morning, Civil Sheriff.
Good morning, sir. Please go ahead.
My name is Azuklu, I'm calling from Pomona.
Bobby, thank you for joining us today.
Civil, I listened to all yesterday. When it comes to women, brother, we told our people during the campaign, everything and told them and seen it. So we don't want to talk everything. So some of us we know we know that you want to do anything. So when they ask, it's surprising to some of us. So we just want for the best for the country as well. So if we pray okay for the country, let God pray for itself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This person. Morning.
Good morning, Secretary, and good morning, sir. All right. This is Springfield, Grand Bassett, from Bassett.
Go ahead, my brother.
Thanks so much, Secretary, for the show. There are 2 key points that I want to share this morning. And one getting on to my view is the exception tracker. When Luabuti was appointed as chairperson of the National Election Committee, the legacy of
He will be drinking two speakers. He will be drinking all over two speakers. Our country it is a calamity. We must speak on all of that possible and let God will do it for the past. We will speak to the issues to us here and so on. Thanks so much for the show.
Okay, thank you. The cash giveaway is on. Continue to play the cash giveaway. We will take winners. Shortly star 799 cash, and then you select option 8 for Birds of Liberia. Play with just $100 Liberian. Play 5, 6 times and win money. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Philip Nangwe. I'm calling from New Vietnam. Hello?
You're live.
I said I'm calling from.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this government we told you from the beginning, but it just happened here. Because the same thing, the guy, the thing we see, people looking right now. Because we told them, we imagine president looking at people to get and say, when you see the money, you know, people listen to your people then. Thank you for your show, man.
Okay. Next person. Good morning. Morning. Okay, let's take calls. Please continue to play the cash giveaway. Good morning. Why are we not getting to people? So continue to place in your calls on 0770 907 907 077 0907 907 0 907 907 0773 4195020 555 184711. Shut there, we take winners. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
Hi. Hello. Why are we not getting the people? Can we get one of these off, please? Let's take us here. Why I say that I'm not hearing you. Good morning. All of the lines they are busy. We will take 4 winners shortly. We take 4 winners shortly, and then we go ahead. 4 winners. 4 winners. We will take shortly for the cash giveaway. We will soon give out money to 4 persons. Okay. So let's take us this morning. Um, let us take calls. Can we? Are we okay? Are we good? But you can take calls from the other line there. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so if I have calls on the phone, just give it to me. I'll put it to the stop and be able to get all of the callers. The numbers to call are 0770-907-907-088-0907-520-055-184711 and 0773-978-564. Let's talk to this caller here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
There should be Mama Williams.
Yes, Mama Williams. Mr. Good morning to Civil Sheriff.
Yeah, go ahead.
William Fountain, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me say thank you for the discussion this morning. Similar the issue of the security car at it is now a strange thing. And we foresee to have this everyone. People will kill themselves. People will be killed by others. Because the prophet said it on our door, I said it for Ghana. He said with this power, this country will be a total calamity of this country. There will be disaster and the issue of fire within the country. Every seen the issue of fire. The fire during a the government is burning our capital building. So the thing it is not true. It's a matter of issue of state. Similar, we all president where took a lot of America and people, our education minister in this country. So they started with vote for people supporting him during the election. Who gave him money? Who gave him bring those things during the election, and bring them over our country, and then make them have a minister, make them have a director, and put it into
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's talk to the other person. Excuse me. Let's give the other students to be able to make their point. So, Seku, it will be by 9 o'clock that we will transition, right?
Yeah, so we have the guest. Let me take this person. Morning. Yeah, morning.
Yeah, I'm Eric Smith and I'm part of the
Eric, please go ahead.
Yeah, you see the issue here of the constitution to the man for President Biden. It's in the 80 vote. It doesn't find the constitution as an 80 vote because for one part, they violated the constitution so many times. So people want for America to see of the University of Liberia. They not saying to us. We told the people. We told Liberian, but after they not listen to us. So anything goes today, we are well ahead. We are coming.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This person here. Morning. Good morning.
Yeah, there is with you.
Please be audible. Please be audible. You're coming in very low.
Yeah, there is the minister with you when I call you from the Canada.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, ladies, the brother of Liberia. I'm concerned this morning.
Okay, sorry, I need to change, take another person. You're coming in very, very low. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Foster Chima speaking from District 17, Maserati County. No, Mr. Sherry, we're covering about weekly. We pose all of this on still. You know, there is no you can put or old man into power who is deficiating and frequently. You would never do something on it. For every time you go something, you feel that it is better. That's the same problem with the article today. All that Joe Biden is actually what that's what they do with Joe Biden to step down for Kamala Harris to run against Donald Trump. But in Liberia, we decided that because we hit another president, so we wasn't care about the age. And age matters in life. The age of that woman, he will never do something normal for the Liberian people.
Okay.
Thank you for your show.
Thank you. Thank you. This person here. Morning.
Good morning, Shagway. I want to say you happy new year from the world. I really want to speak about the appointment of the university president. So, after the university students, was working with Charlie for 1 or 2 months. We show the public that I will not take a position because the policy that in the school is that the first you graduate from the university before you can become the president. So, but I don't have the knowledge of that. We are going to teach you about knowledge. We are putting the president for the university, alumni of the school.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's hold your calls now.
Do the cash giveaway.
Do the cash giveaway. Then we talk about this invitation thing, and then we transition now. Our guest supposed to be here by 9. But before that time, let's do the cash giveaway. Then we'll transition. I want to talk about this invitation thing.
Okay, so we have 3 winners here. We're giving each of them 3,000 Liberian dollars. If you're out there, you can continue playing so that you'll be one of our winners before we leave the platform this morning. So wherever you are, put the cash giveaway. That's that 799 hash. And then you're going to see a list of radio stations. Select option 8. That is for Voice of Liberia, the winning station, and clear with 100 Liberian dollars. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Samira. One line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. Your name and where do you join us from? John Colley?
Yeah.
John Colley, this is not your first time winning. You won before. Okay. So, John Colley, they played the cash giveaway this morning. The code. What's the code?
That's 799 hash. Clear option number 8.
And how many times did you play?
8 or 9 times, I guess.
Wow. So you see, you won first, and then you say you'll continue, and you win today again.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you won yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
It's the same money I won. I for sure, yeah, just play.
Okay, so you see, you play up and you win again. So maybe on the jackpot, the 100,000, maybe you win. Or
Okay, thank you.
okay, thank you. All right, so let's talk to the next winner here. If you're a debt player now and be able to win yourself 3,000 Liberian dollars, it is what we're giving out. And we said I want to give out more money. So we need you to place that we give out the money. Star 799 star
So
90
only
hash.
one person won just now, right?
No, we'll get three
Three
winners.
winners. Okay,
Yeah.
you're calling the other person, right?
Yes, it's the
Okay.
other person that I'm calling.
Mm.
So star 799 star nine not 90 star 799 hash. Then you press number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with 100 LD. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Angelina from Panasi, Keva.
Manosville, Keba. You play the cash giveaway this morning. How many times did you play?
I play 3 times.
What's the code?
Star 799 hash. Then I press 8. I put the money in.
Okay, now you have 3,000 Liberian dollars on your phone. Did you check it?
No, I check it.
So check it. You have your money on your phone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's call the third person for another 3,000. If you're there listening, you want to place it that you be a part of the winners before we call it a day this morning. Let's call the third person here, which is our last winner. For now, we will draw other winners. And as we go about, good morning. Good morning.
Morning,
My name is Samira One Line. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. Your name, where do you join us from?
This is Comfort Badi from the future. I'm listening to you.
Oh, so Jaya, I said you're West Town to answer.
Yes.
So you play the cash. You say?
I received my 3 GB.
Oh, so the ego lady already. Yeah, mini. I'm the pilot. I'm late. Yeah, you play 4 times this morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now encourage others to play. They are listening to you.
I encouraging more people to more play. It's a rescue team. You will get a captain.
Hmm.
And I'm 40. We are actually because of my first time. We will get a voice of my blue.
You are 4 time.
First time, man.
Wow, you're lucky.
So what can you say to those of the people that are doubting they don't want to play?
The people that die, they sleep with his jaw.
Okay, the people you gotta sleep, you gotta play too. Okay, thank you, Mama.
We said talking to them, they said that la. So what we do again?
Okay, all right, thank you. So that is a simple quickly we can hop on the other topic and be able to get our guest Titus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Titus.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so we allow the people to weigh into on this issue we're about to talk about, which is very important. Folks, for those of you that are on social media, I think most of you have been following this issue from government supporters and those against the government. They've been running with this issue about invitation, particularly the House of Representatives. Supporters of Councillor Fonati Kofa, they are saying that Councillor Fonati Kofa has been invited to attend the inauguration of the president-elect of Ghana, which is going to take place on the 7th. I think that will be on a Tuesday, right? Tomorrow.
Yes, that is tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Which is going to take place on the 7th of this month. While you have supporters of Rachel Kuhn, they are also saying that Rachel Kuhn was being, invited by the Ghanaian government or the House of Representatives. Then lately again, we saw another communication saying that it was being sent by the folks, and so it was being sent to the pro 10 of the Liberian Senate. Samara, Liberia is we're finished. Sorry to say, we are finished. Liberia as a country, we are finished. Why I'm saying we're finished? Our leaders, they've made this country to be marking stock for those of the people that are out of the country and seeing what we do here. People just see us to be people not serious. It is not that we are not serious, but it is because of the way our leaders are making people to believe that who we are.
Mhm.
Now, Liberia as a country, our government is fighting to prove and show something based on invitation for Ghana. Are we getting what I'm trying to put? How did we reach this point for us to be fighting to prove point that we were invited? What our inauguration have to do with us? That we are so eager. We are trying to prove point that we were invited. In fact, let me tell you how it works.
Mm.
And I will tell you that the Funati Kofa block, the Retikun block, the both blocks live, including the letter. I'm not saying that they did not invite only, but that letter that is being placed on Facebook, it is live.
I don't know how they
It
work
is
with
live. Yes, it. This is how a government invite foreign dignitaries. Once it is a state organized program, any foreign dignitaries that will be coming to attend that program, letters will be sent from the foreign ministry. It is not speaker that invite people to inauguration. It is not minister that invite people to inauguration. Unless the only way a speaker or whosoever can invite people to an inauguration if it is the hostess program or if only if it is a program organized by them. But once it is a state organized program, it is the executive. I mean, it is the executive that got that power. It is not the 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 House of Representatives. So you should have had the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Ghana sending an invitation to the government of Liberia, inviting the president, and then they send letter through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to inform the speaker or whosoever that this is it. But it is not speaker that will invite you to go for inauguration. It is not protein that will invite you to go for inauguration. That land. You know, sometimes the leaders make the people that support them to look stupid, and they make the world to understand that we are stupid. Because if we start to push these kinds of things, it make people to believe and understand that we are very limited in the way we think. That one that ABC thing, that it is not the speaker that will invite people when it comes to inauguration. That's the reason why you have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that deals with the country foreign related matter. It is not speaker. That speaker going to be inaugurated. That speaker that runs the executive. Who's going to be inaugurated? It is the executive that has the program. So the executive invites those of the people that she wants to attend that program. You think Ghana is unserious? The people Ghana is formulated and well structured, and they know people are doing their job as per their job description. They know the scope of operations. It is not as where we have or very see government that everyone here will do anything that they want to do. It is not what that is in Ghana. How did we arrive at a point where you see supporters of Radical running on Facebook? You see supporters of
Yeah.
Fanatical running on
Yeah,
Facebook and say,
let's just
"Oh,
ask everything.
they invited me. They
Yeah.
invited."
Yeah.
What it brings to the country. How
Mhm.
disgraceful this thing is.
Mhm.
Our leaders have brought themselves so low
Yeah.
to
Most
go
of the
attend
time.
an inauguration program. Is it your achievement? Is it something so big? What it brings to you? What it brings to the country? What the country stands to benefit? A bunch of unserious people.
Mhm.
You're making this thing so useless as if to say you people are very useless. This is the thing. So what will it do for the Liberian people? Somebody that's sitting there in Grand Bassa country, somebody that's sitting there in Bong, in Lofa, in Bromi, in Grand Cape Town, in other parts of the country, in Mount Gibi, to the Gibi Mountain, and other areas. What will you attend the inauguration of the Ghanaian elected president bring to the people of our country? What it does, it takes money because you're going to use the taxpayers' money to get on a jet to go to attend a program to satisfy your personal greed. Then you see the people then fighting on Facebook. Then in other letter, what they send to Yombi Kagalore, in that letter, they get speak up.
Mhm.
How you will be quoted, then they post speak up.
Mhm.
You see? How did our leaders arrive at this point to allow their supporters to go so low? Now, people, when you start to do these things, people see us to be unserious. But in clear understanding, it is the leaders that are unserious because they allow the supporters to show that stupidity as the way they themselves are not serious. Imagine my country, Liberia, Liberia.
Mhm.
People are now putting on social media to prove supremacy as to whether they were the ones that were invited by this Ghanaian government. So now we are saying that they invite any of our officials to go for or the inauguration of Donald Trump, Liberia finish.
Mhm.
Liberia finish. If the U.S.
Ghana.
government just made mistake and invite any of our officials to go for the inauguration of Donald Trump, Liberia finish.
Because it's just Ghana. You see how
When
everybody
you
is
take the
taking it.
labors, the petty labors, and give them power, this is what you get. And this is what you're getting from the House of Representatives and the Liberian Senate. You got the bunch of serious playboys, playgirls that sit in there that only seek their interest. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the people, and they just do what they want for themselves.
Mhm.
And this is what they do. And this is what you get. How did we arrive at this point for a country, leaders of the country, to be fighting on social media and say,
Imagine,
I was the
Stephen.
one that was invited.
That is
I was the one that
disgraceful.
invited. I was the one that invited.
It's disgraceful.
And what your invitation brings to the country.
That is the question.
When Fonati go there, he's invited. Where it brings to Liberia. When Rachel Kun goes there, he's invited. Where it brings to Liberia.
We should start to grow up from this.
Or society that is filled of hatred, or society that is filled of self-seeking. You know, you go to the extent when people are doing wrong, you praise them.
Yeah.
This is the society.
Mhm.
You can't look at your leader and tell you, say, yo, Mr. Leader. It doesn't make sense for us to go on Facebook to go defend us. So what are you invited? Even your invitation, what it brings to the country.
Mhm.
Instead, it is taking money away from the country. How dare you say you think the Ghanaians will be so happy when they say, oh, the president is inviting people? In fact, it tells you how some of you act as if to say you've never sat in school. There can be no point in time where executive is having a program and an inauguration program is that the speaker can invite people. How will the executive be having inauguration program and the speaker inviting people? Who's responsible to invite people for inauguration of an elected president? It is not the executive. It is the executive program. So the legislature gets strong prayer with them as to make the program to be great. In fact, the executive gives invitation to the legislature. It gives invitation to tell them, say, this is the normal person you can bring. You can bring this person. It is the executive. It is not the legislature. a little our own leaders they can read from behind can't even.
Mm-hmm.
How you can understand so? You just be on Facebook. And I be talking about how you correct all the wrongs, all of the things you continue to do in the house, laws you pass down in the interest of the people, and it kind of petty thing there. These are all petty things for us as a country and people. For us to be on social media, for our supporters to be on social media, they will be defending these things. Oh, I the one was invited. No, like John Brown invited. Oh, that Fanatic was invited. Oh, that Rachel Kun was invited. So the day the American government just say you're invited. Let me tell you something. United States doesn't go back. I will not go for the invitation. I mean the
The
inauguration
inauguration.
because I don't think they take it to be.
Mm.
Yeah. So you come now to say you happy because Ghana invited you. They did Donald Trump. They say Donald Trump inauguration in Vala, bro. Anybody in Vala, bro, for the whole year will finish. Oh yeah, you tell that invitation that be on a face.
Exactly.
They put invitation. I want invited. I mean here or invited. I mean they invited. Yeah, I mean they
So
invited.
what is it going to do?
To use the Liberian money.
And go. That's all. Carry
You
huge
think
amount of delegates.
someone else take their girlfriends and other
Yes.
people go there.
And bring nothing back. But still you fighting on this invitation. Liberia, we gotta be serious. Even the supporters in Nigeria too, all in there with them and everything. They themselves to have to be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have to be serious. Whether for Native being invited, Richard being
What it brings to the country.
why run with the people kind of like that?
Mm.
Everybody want to be invited. They want to show supremacy.
Yeah. So what about this? Eh? What about the invitation here? Okay, that me invite. Okay, you go there now. What are you going to do? What is it that Liberia will achieve for you? They're going to achieve. In fact, some of you people you lack the understanding of the little things. It is not the legislature or the judiciary that invite people for inauguration. It is the executive. And the executive, they have branches within the executive. You have the foreign affairs that deals with foreign related issues. When it comes to different countries, even though presidents have other presidents number, but they don't just take phone and say, oh, what they do, they pass through the foreign affairs. That's how it works. The foreign affairs of Liberia will contact, for example, now the inauguration from Ghana is taking place. It is the foreign affairs that will reach out to the foreign affairs of Liberia and inform them that we're inviting your president and blah 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 and what is it they're doing. But if you are going there on a different arrangement, it doesn't mean that oh you are going there at the expense of the government of maybe the legislature there to invite you as an individual. Maybe they know how they can. But when it comes to inauguration, because it is the executive that is going to be inaugurated, it is the executive that you have the president. So they take charge of it. Even the legislature, they will be invited. They will receive invitation to enter that place. Once you don't have certain invitation, you will not enter there. Then how can I, with 14 years, we say, oh, that the Ghanaian parliament invited somebody and everything? Are we understanding ourselves? How low have we become to the extent? But that's what you get when you bring an unprepared president in the presidency and he places people in positions that lack the understanding and he pushes for the wrong things to happen within all of the sectors of the government. This is what you get. We're going to take 5 calls. We're going to take 3 from the countries, 2 from Monrovia. We're going to take 5 calls. I'm going to take 1 call or 2 calls for the females. So in total, it's 7 or 8 calls because we have our guests already. 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 0880 907 907. That is the line for Monrovia and its environs. For the numbers, for those of you out of Monrovia, in the counties, here are your numbers from 0773 419 502 0773 419 502. Better stay is 0555 184711 0555 For the females, you can call us on 0773 978564 0773 978564 for all the females. Let's take this very first call here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, there's Victor Snowball calling from Nizo.
Nizo. No, this is not your line, please. This line is for those of the people out of Monrovia. Okay. Let me take this person here. Uh, okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I think this person. Morning. Good morning. Oh, I don't know which line to. Okay. This you need to be you need to help me through this. Oh, wow. I want to get the calls of the lines here are busting. Okay, you do that. Let me see. Let me take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Jerry.
Yeah, morning, sir.
I'm Albert Jensen. I just want to speak on the issue of the police.
Albert Johnson. No, we're done with it, please. We're not talking about the police. Good morning. Oh, take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Seko.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is John P. Akawolo once again from Palasco Country.
Okay, John, please go ahead.
Yes, Seko, the reason for this thing going on is about people who feel that the elected speaker and the speaker is legitimate. So they feel that Ghana sending for speaker like that, they all people say, oh yeah, because I was speaker in the matter, why Ghana sending for them? But what would that bring to market better in the market setting or on table? What would that bring to us?
Mhm.
People who struggling to go to school, what would that bring to them?
Yeah.
Would that bring school fee on the table? It's very sorry to see bunch of government officials are posting about this thing because they feel that the thing they did they were wrong, that they want to put it like another party back in it. Oh, you see all these things going on Facebook. It's very sorry for our nation.
Mhm.
Thank you this morning.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me take this other person here. Let me go. The cousin me here. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Patrick. I'm calling from the camp.
Buchanan, let's hear you.
Yeah, the topic on the discussion. Let me say this: it's like we're a serious country. Those things are not going to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
To see us being very happy that Ghana is inviting speaker. What the benefit going to bring to the country? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to go there and waste the Liberian people money. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me take this person again. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, this is Victor from Sakana.
Victor, please go ahead.
Yeah, no, Sekou, so let me tell you, this government is not serious. This is a technical government. Not serious. You need to get sent or speaker for just a program. There's one the country that will be discussing. We don't have something positive to discuss. This is complete shit to the Nigerian people. When last people have been discussing something that, oh yeah, they send for something to the auto and send to someone else program for Nigerian people to be discussing for it. When last you have seen this thing happen? This is the first time. It's complete shame and disgrace for the country.
Okay.
Let's work out on it. People are not serious.
Thank you. Thank you. This person. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. You breaking. You breaking. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, you didn't come in clear.
I said my name is Johnson. I call you from Grand Battle Country.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, people thank you for the general clarity there. The first program rain with the never issue ahead of the Nigerians or I even went to do. And what I want you to do for the Nigerian people again, I want you to please verify the letter I was sent to Yumi as a word to as a one week or who already.
The letter looks very fake. In the letter to her, they call her speaker.
I see that. So really got to verify which one there, what who was so you got to do that for people.
Okay.
You are the boss of the boss information reservoir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, imagine our country reached a point now we're talking about invitation. We're fighting for invitation here, man. Our guest is already here. Let me just take this call to to call it up. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, this other person is home. They didn't say anything. Morning. God, I bring people hard to deal. Morning. Hmm. Okay, let me leave you right here. I come to the other side. Our guest is already here. We're going to have a very good conversation.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, I'm David Buchanan.
You are David Buchanan?
I'm David K. Bena calling.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, then our speakers are fighting about our job going to put my invitation now. I will see if the invitation our mothers and Americans going to fight on to get our school fee to be paid. And we're going to spend the money that you for to get the DJ along with it. That is for the people money that come and empty.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We're not taking calls again. Please hold your calls. I know how it feels on these kinds of issues. We have our guests here already. We're not taking calls again, so just hold your calls, and then we're gonna yes, please hold your call. Yeah, we're not taking calls now, right? The calls are too many. Okay, so we announced this morning that we're gonna have, of course, we're gonna have our guest here at this time to talk about some important issues on the program here this morning. So this morning we said we're gonna play host to Tatos Pakala. Tato Pakala is a Liberian human rights defender. He has defended a lot of issues in the country. It comes to rape, it comes to the issue of drugs and other related issues in the country. So he joins us this morning to give us a fair share of the Guacat administration in terms of, the rights of a lot of things, mainly human rights related issues in the country. Tatas, good morning. And thank you for joining us.
Good morning. It's a pleasant time to be here with every one of you. And this is my first time being here on Voice of Liberia. I'm
Okay.
so super excited.
Okay. How it feels?
It feels good. Yeah, I'm hoping that at
Mm.
the end of the conversation, the Liberian people
Mm.
will decide whether things have changed
Okay.
6 years ago or it's still continuing
Okay.
based on our more moral question on providing fights
Okay.
and on sexual and gender-based violence and personal rights violations across the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, many persons listening want to know you better. Who are you, by the way?
Okay, so my name is Titus Bakala. I'm a Liberian human rights defender, and I'm also a graduate
Okay.
from the United Methodist University. Also a lead in Nigeria, dating back in 2020. I led the anti-freedom protest that led ex-president George Weah to declare the national emergency in portion 1.5 billion United States dollars national SGBV roadmap. And I also have an advanced in the African human rights system from the Center for Human Rights Studies in Victoria of Africa. I've been involved with section reproductive health rights and also cataloging shadow reports of major human rights violations, extrajudicial death, sexual gender violence, child labor, and the rest of other forms of human rights related violence across the country. So basically, those are my areas of intervention in Nigeria as a young activist.
Okay. Okay. And it's so good that we will narrow our conversation to the current government. I know you're going to give us a fair share of what's happening or you've observed based on the scope of cooperation in the country. First of all, give us a fair understanding about the governance in our country. What do you make of it since they took over? I think they've gone for a year now. You've been here observing some of the things. You want to give us a fair share? What do you make of it?
So first of all, I'll start with protecting, the Liberian people's rights
Mm.
against repressive violations
Okay.
such as extrajudicial death, sexual and gender-based violence, and other mysterious across the country. Because the reason I start with this is that in 2021 we took to the street
Yes.
to protest against ex-president George Manawia.
Mm.
There were people who share um, images of mysterious death, dead bodies. So we put to the street to say, look, you have to, President Weah, you have to do this, And at the end of the day, like when people in the general presidential election decided to bring President Yama Bwaka, who is now president of Liberia, so addressing all these issues. Fast forward in 2024, I can tell you that there were more than 300 mysterious deaths across the country. One begins with Amanda Nimo on April 14, 2024. She was mysteriously murdered on the Somalia.
You're talking about under the
Honor
administration of
Joseph
Joseph Waka.
Imam Waka.
You said in 2024. You want to give us the specific time that occurred?
I'll give you the
Because
date. I'll give you
it
the
is
reference.
okay.
Yes, the date.
Okay.
It's April 14, 2024.
Mhm.
Now, it occurred on the Somalia draft.
Mhm.
Japanese freeway now.
Mhm.
It's Japanese freeway.
Yes.
Amanda Nimbo, that is the victim name. Maurice Boma,
Mhm.
July 2nd, 2024.
Mhm.
Died mysteriously. In fact, he died in custody. Right?
In the police
In
custody.
the police custody. He
Mm.
died in the police custody. And Franklin Doga on March 12, 2024 as well was shot by police.
Mhm.
He was shot.
Mm.
Austin Yakpawodo, April 17, 2024 was also shot by the police,
Mhm.
officer of the Liberia National Police. Bangali Kamara,
Mm.
shot by police February 28, 2024. Now, Issa Masale
Mm.
was also shot.
Mm.
Was also shot by
In-
police on
in which-
February 28,
Mm. Yeah.
2024.
Okay,
You
so
all
two
know
persons were killed.
no, these are
Yes, but
situational
you talk about February 28th, 2024.
two occurrences.
Two occurrences.
Yes.
Okay, two persons.
Then we have James Kennedy.
Mm.
I think you heard about the famous death of the student.
Mm.
A 17-year-old student was shot
Mm.
by officer of the Liberia National Police on July 1.
Somewhere around the Broadville area, right? Is it a young guy?
No, it was at the rehab.
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 Okay. In which month?
July 1,
July.
2024.
Okay.
Now,
But you got you got the 2nd of July here, 2024. Is it different from that?
the second, no, it's different from that.
Okay.
That's different case. Okay. You also have Moses Vesely.
Mm.
Moses Vesely, February 5, 2024. And that's in Bon County. He was mysteriously discovered dead in Bon County. Amanda Joe in February 29, 2024. I mean, these are situational analysis of mysterious deaths, extrajudicial death, extreme human rights violations that have taken the lives of our brothers and sisters away. So may their soul rest in peace. These were the things we educated against during ex-president George Weah term. We stood up. We got into the street. We
Please.
yeah. So we stood up and asked that ex-president George Weah was not treating the Liberian people fairly, and then the Liberian people decided to let him go. Brought in, well experienced, public official in the history of Liberia, one of him, right? So we brought him, but things are still the same. I'm a human rights activist. I'm not a politician. I have no interest in seeking for public office. But the reality is things are still the same in terms of, human rights violations across Liberia. These people are Liberians. Why would they lose their
All
lives?
of the deaths named here, were they done by the government or associated with the government?
Well, these deaths cases were not associated with the government, but the government has responsibility to protect these circumstances from occurring. Now, if you analyze the sequences of deaths here, you get to know that the first case was April 14, 2024. What did the government do? What mechanism did the government put in place to halt the frequent mysterious deaths of Liberians. What mechanism? They did not do anything about it. And so it is still happening. And at the end of the day, I can tell you that the Liberian people in their voices may rise and to let the president know that he's not treating
What
us
needed to
well.
be done to curtail some of these things I think must have happened led to the death of some of the folks.
So the first thing is that the government should be able to do a response mechanism against mysterious deaths. Let us stop playing politics on everything.
You think the government is playing
They're
politics
playing politics, of course. At some
with the
point,
killings of
it is
Liberians?
being politicized by them. They're not being realistic in terms
How?
of they're not being realistic in terms of reporting these situations. It is you and myself who sit on the radio to tell you, look, this person has been sucking at you, the person is being shot dead, and at the end of the day, the government will say, no, oh, those are political, conversations. Let it be. We are on top of our games. No, it's so. I think the government needs to institute a response mechanism against these occurrences in our communities, so that women and children can be protected, men, everyone, the entirety of the Liberian people can be protected from extreme human rights violations across our country.
Like all of the deaths are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 deaths in a
There are
year.
more. There are, no, no,
There are
there are
more
more
than
than
eight.
eight. There are more than
You
eight.
just need
We
to
have
proper.
we have Amali Suba,
Uh,
July 4, 2024. Right, she was found dead in Toro Town, Lower Mangibi County. Now this says no state prosecution. No state prosecution. Dorothy Yima, June 7, 2024. Maryland County found dead. Right? No state prosecution. These are shadow reports done by me as an activist. Now, Emmanuel Colley, June 7, 2024, Lofa Salaye District. No state prosecution. Roslyn Bobo, June 6, 2024. No state prosecution. Female employee at the operation site. No state prosecution. Asada Mita. No state prosecution. Then Maurice Gomo, July 2nd, 2024. Of course, I've had that. No state prosecution. Prince Rayu, April 12, 2024. No state prosecution. Abraham K. Boom. Of course, of recent, you hear that. There's been intervention, but again, it shouldn't have happened. So there are multiple cases of human rights violation of
but how
serious
can
death.
this be addressed when even in some of the cases it has been alleged that the police itself is in a habit of committing some of the crimes?
So there are some of the cases here that are influenced, that are alleged, so basically and practically influenced by the police. Now, you get to understand that Austin Yapaworo was shot by officer of the Liberian National Police. We have evidence to this, and I will share you the link so that you can read it. Right? So,
And someone, sorry, someone is saying on the live that I think you didn't mention Josephus Tucker. He was killed by the police and LEC workers.
good. So you see this. I'm an individual. I'm an activist. This is just a shadow report. There are multiple cases of human rights violations across the country. So what I'm bringing here is what I've had,
Yes,
first on as an individual. So we need a government to be proactive. This is why I'm here to call on the government to open its arm, to analyzing the frequent cases of human rights violations across the country, ranging from sexual and gender-based violence, ritualistic death, extrajudicial death across the country. So the government has its statutory responsibility to protect and promote the survivability of the Liberian people in our state. If this continues to happen, we may rise again to agitate
Okay.
for reformation in our society.
Okay. So you just took me to where I wanted to ask a question. You spoke about the Liberian people speaking up, right? Like you did in past governments. You alert them and you talk the street to be able to do whatever. But mind you, we have seen that under this regime, whenever peaceful citizens try to stand up and be able to advocate for their rights, be able to alert the government on few things, there will always be the interference of police, and they will go ahead and hurt peaceful citizens. So now I can say that in popular running a country that whenever citizens want to speak out, want to call attention, the police will intervene and start to brutalize them. And you are talking about people speaking up. How are you going to do that with the kind of regime that we're in?
So let me say this. Let me be interesting a bit.
Mm.
There's no government born out of the cloud that will, hinder our free movement. Not even the president of the Republic of Liberia, currently President Jose Yunus. No one can do that. We have the power to mobilize young people. You saw that in 2020. Ex-President George Manuel Weah listened to us,
Yeah, but mind you, he was
and
another leader.
we protest in Liberia here
Mm.
on a Tuesday, and then we went to the Supreme Court during the death of the girl who was murdered by a white guy,
Mhm.
Jessica,
Yeah, Jessica.
Jessica Lloyd.
Mhm.
We had protests of such. The police intended to brutalize us, in fact, but
Okay.
because we had the number
Okay.
and our cases were new, we stood by Jessica Lloyd. We wore our black t-shirts, of course. I mean, we were listened to. But again, we do not want to forget that President Joseph Yuma Bouaka would order his officers, to brutalize
But
peaceful
you said
protesters.
that we are protest this one time. They wanted to, but they did not.
Yeah, they did not because we had a number. Yeah, we did not. So we are considering to do these things. It is our right to peacefully assemble, and the government will only be showcasing its weaknesses by stopping peaceful protesters to speaking out. So I think it is our right, whenever it arises, to ensuring that we call the attention of the government to act. Not just the government, but the very community we live in.
Let's look at gender-based violence, the rape issue under this government. You want to give us a statistic of it? What have you gathered so much?
Yeah, so we've been able to in 2024 we're able to do a shadow reporting
Mm.
observation and get to realize that in fact in 2024 there were 320 rape cases, sexual and gender-based violence cases.
320?
More than 320, right?
But the ones that you got your hands on
320 we work along with different,
only in Monrovia,
only in Montserrat. Only in Montserrat. Now, it was interesting to note that the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection in 2024 did not produce a situational report of sexual and gender-based violence across the country. That alone is a violation of its statutory responsibility to protecting the rights of children, women, and the entirety of the Liberian people. The Ministry of Gender did not produce a quarterly report, nor a daily report on sexual and gender-based violence, and that the Ministry of Gender is in gross violation of the Freedom of Information Act of 2010, Chapter 3, Section 3.1, that says that our country should have access, our citizens should have access to public information. But when public information are not accessible by public actors, it becomes a violation. So I think there's a problem there at the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, and they need to do better. They have to be better off than what they're doing.
Did you write
Now,
them and then
we've communicated. We've communicated, and there's no way. Now, what is the comparative analysis between the former and the current?
Okay.
You see, there was a 2023 report published by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. I was against most of what the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection was doing at then because I felt things were not right for the done. But mind you, this is the worst time that we've experienced in history.
The current
Yes,
Ministry of Gender.
the current Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. This is the worst time as an activist to experience that a Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection cannot produce the amount of sexual and gender-based violence cases that are occurring across this country when they are given millions of dollars by international organizations and by the very government of the Republic of Liberia. You understand? So these are basic violations of our rights. These are basic violations of the rights of the girl child. So we have to stand up to say, look, we have to improve on this. Now, in 2023, of course, in 2022, the Ministry of Gender President George Manning, we have reported a case of 1,917. Right? We have basic information. We have access to those information. Now we come back to 2024. We ask the government, where are the reports? Why don't we have the report on rape? Why don't we have the report on domestic violence? Why don't we have report on intimate partner violence? Why every day, nearly every day, like a child is sexually abused, we don't have this basic information? So these are violations of our right. As a citizen, you have right to get this information. But when this information does not exist, then you tend to question the credibility of public governance. You tend to, critique why these things are not happening. And I think the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection should do better than what it did in 2024 and in 2023.
Okay, so as an activist, what would be some of your recommendations to this government? Because earlier we asked you about this year, and you yourself quoted it. You said that we're going to be looking at the past years and also comparing it to this year. I mean, some of the things that the government accomplished when it comes to human rights and all of that, and we name out two individuals who are being killed, and then you get the recommendation. What do you have to say to this government to enlighten their minds about this year? Some of the things that they need to do, some of the strategies that need to be put in place in order for them to have a successful government when it comes to the human rights side.
So I think the government has to put aside their political zealotry. They have to put aside their political sentiment. Let them realize that Liberians voted for President Joseph Yima Boakai to lead you rightfully, and that the very Liberians are willing to support the government. This is not anti-government conversation. This is a conversation that possibly leads to supporting the government's effort in dealing with cases of sexual and gender-based violence. So the government itself have an open arm to showing that people like you, someone like me, support the work they do, so that it doesn't require us to always sit and criticize and not intervene. So it is about time that whether it is the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, whether it is the Sexual and Gender-based Violence Crime Unit, or the Ministry of Justice, it is about time that young people are integrated into mainstream governance and policy processes to identify and addressing the issue of sexual and gender-based violence across Liberia. One person in Liberia will say, "But you can't solve everything." Yeah.
Okay, so that is great. You've listened. You've listened well to that is Tatus. You have listened to Tatus. I'm sorry that the name here is
Kala.
Tatus Pakala. Yes, you have listened to Tatus Pakala, a human rights or him Liberian human rights defender. So those of you out there who want to weigh in, who want to ask questions, probably you've listened and there are a few questions that you want to ask him as a human rights defender. We're about to open the line. Okay, so we're about to open the line so that you'll be able to make your point, make your own contribution when it comes to this particular segment that we're on the program. So those of you out there, the numbers to call are 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0880 907 907. The numbers for the counties. Those of you within Grand Bassa County, in Bond County, in Lofa County, in Grand Cape County, in Nimba County, or wherever you're joining us from the 15 political subdivision, the numbers for you to call are 0773 419502 0773 419502. The Lone Star subscribers, for those of you in the counties, you call us on 0555 184711 0555 184711, and the numbers for only females you call on 0773 978 564. So I think I read out the numbers correctly. I will not be reading it out again. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's take this person. Yeah, good morning. Okay, that person left the line. Let's talk to this next person. Yeah, okay. This is let's talk to this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Samurai.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning to your Samurai. You can see the thing just taking the fellow voice. When you did ask the question, telling him, say, you talking about human rights activist. You are a human rights activist. See that, what you time, when President Liberia came out, to tell the government about certain things that wasn't right. And saw how they treated them. And I saw into his voice that he did not answer the question. You are human rights activist. See these 2 days. What happened to those people then I went? But the only answer he gave you was because they started Musu, the Jessica case that they were in huge number. So now the people that you have to be in huge number.
Okay, he will address that. He will address that. Thank you. We have to talk to all callers. Let's take the female lines. I mean, let's take. Yeah, we could take three from the other end, three from the other end, just like that. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're live. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Toga Johnson Toga. I am phone from Indian Avenue, Grand Basel County.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been listening to the human rare person so very excellently.
Okay.
And it is of no that this executive president, honor a wife Article 17 of the Constitution, have been in total violation of the economic constitution. And even if it went to the claim of king, the people said that he was brutalized and killed. Only came for a. We saw recently the capital business saga. People go ahead and say, the year that economic security grand battle here. At the end of the day, teachers have been great. At the end of the day, they only want to say, oh, we are rescue brother, we are rescue savior. In Hamilton, on the Apple watch to us. So I think these are things that is wrong. And the general ministry don't say anything about it, everything else. I think this is wrong.
Okay. Thank you. That call there. Good morning. Good morning. Let's take this other person. This person is not saying anything. Okay. This person, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What is going on again? This person, good morning. We have all of the phone lines busting. Good morning. Good morning.
John D. Akpaolo, calling from City Bone County this morning.
Go ahead, John.
I want to say thank you to the studio guy for his elaboration this morning. Good morning, brother Stacho. And I want to ask you, brother Stacho, about I think when I listened to you, I heard that your protest about one death that occurred. But then after the protest, where is the intervention of the government of the Republic of Nigeria? Thank you very much.
Okay, you answered that, but I think you did not say deaf, but he will respond to it though. Let him be the one to do that. Morning. Good morning. Okay, let's get this. Let's talk to this other person. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Your name and where do you join us from?
I'm Obadiah. I'm joining from the country of Westland.
Obadiah, can you please leave your monitor and stop listening to yourself?
Okay, are we good?
Okay, we're good. Go ahead.
Okay, let me appreciate for the intervention and all of what he said concerning the advocacies towards the rights of the Liberians. But the cross analysis aspect between the previous regime and then the current regime, it was not particularly clear to us because he only outlisted cases of what happened from the year from January to December. But he has now he did come up with the section of justified intervention. He didn't come up what have they been doing and what was the response of this government towards them in such a case. So I think the state just can better explain that to us.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, let's talk to this person. Let's see. As we're able to grab a few more callers. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
This is Aaron Johnson calling from the street.
Okay.
You know, my friend just said it well, and we like really people, those, our heart is very burning, but we're not really finding somebody to come out and speak for us. They think, I think, even the police, they listen to the police, they have to make some of our things. It's so, after you were bleeding, one of the person for your system, for in your government, they went there, wherever person said it, teaching was being went up, they just dragging and putting outside the police. So, people who get there, in fact, they want the police commander as they come to by the person they take, all the government will will take instruction from him. People go on the making thing, they want to go just the time of many people going to jail. I mean, yeah, the poor people cases are now looking. They say all they go to the police station, they all of the informant. Sometimes people die in jail. Even the police are the people killing the people. Our people are dying. Right now, going to put this money. Yeah, we took the blood pressure of the police. We had nothing to say on Wednesday. We went back there. He said he's not aware. So we just gave him come on the next police. They will even carry the complete. And then to charge of the whole police station. I don't know where he told them, where he gave it. Nobody to say for all that. So everybody wanted to say the police people start checking out. They're trying our video taping. Our video taping, this is what they're doing. They'll kill people to me. They'll hang themselves. At the end of the day,
Okay.
thank you,
Thank you. This person, morning.
Thank you.
Good morning. I don't know what's going on this line. Okay, so for those of you with him on Monrovia, you want to make a point, you call us on 077 3419502. Please, let's just use that line for today. Those of you in Monrovia, you can call us on 077 3419502. Let's use that line for today so that you'll be able to make your point. We get this solved. We take your calls on your regular lines. So you can ask your questions. They want to ask you also make an input. If you want to, you've listened to Tata Spatula. He's a human rights defender. So you have a few questions there. Do you okay, let's just get through the boss.
Okay.
Then we just move over to you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Good morning. You're live.
Yeah, this is Samuel and Nima. We are calling from district number 9. I've been disappointed in the analysis of our brother in this video because the right of individuals is the persistent with our God. Not particularly disappointed in him, but I disappointed in the government because he has the advocacy or front. Why has he been going to bring the government order over the people demonstration at the constitution by calling on the government on all of these things? And another disappointment is the country is then running by perception, human perception. That perception is the thing that our laws are then violated by the president. So what do we say from here? What we
Okay. Okay, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. I think yes, I'm going to take this call. When you know, not everything you just go to the peaceful demonstration, you just get the streets. So I think I will help with this. These are some of the awareness he's speaking, coming to the radio, talking about it. Others are listening, ministers are listening to it. And you know, but he will address that. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
You're live.
Yeah, thank you. I always say thank you to you and your boss there for informing us on the real issue in Liberia. Good morning.
You're live, my brother.
Yeah, I said good morning, madam. I said thank you. This is your fellow Karma calling you from Yaita Bon County.
Okay.
We always say thank you to you and your boss there that we can get all the media information in the area. Hello.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
So, what you are saying there, all the video here is saying there, it's a clear manifestation that we are in danger, we are in predicament because Joseph Walker was being declared to us as the most experienced leader, but he's always on the contrary of the existing law of their country. So, the people denigrate our leaders for saying what they are doing, for doing the thing that we are really standing out to do. So we don't know where we are heading to. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. 10 minutes to go. That's all the time we will take for calls. Do not call again. Do not call. I'm not accepting any calls. We will go over to our guest so that he'll be able to address some of the questions that was being asked. So we call it a tip.
So I think the callers were right,
Mhm.
and there were issues raised. One of which is what did we do in the Jessica Law incidents? Of
Okay.
course, I was assembling with the family of Jessica Law, able to ensure that we come to a conclusion of that case, even though we felt disappointed in the state ruling, and we still feel that in fact the Jessica truth was spotted by this man, Lucas Richie, that we feel more need to be done, and we are also considering to challenge the court's verdict. But again, as people, we require the human resource, we require financial resources, and to ensuring that we can be able to get the case back on docket, and to ensuring that fair prosecution is served
Mhm.
to Jessica Lord.
Okay.
Yes, and one person talked about the Sinjay massacre. The Sinjay massacre, we- we've had a lot of reports on that. We've written international organizations about this and call out the government to ensuring that we have people prosecuted in the Sinjay massacre where like struggling like you, who went to survive, who went to generate daily meals at the end of the day. We saw them in the pool of blood, which not supposed to be so.
Mhm.
And so we're also considering government of the Republic of Nigeria to ensure that there is a full-scale, investigation outside of what we received, and that the Liberian National Police should stop being biased in terms of this kind of investigation, and also stop protecting the rights of multilateral organizations or institutions in Liberia when it comes in our country, and feel that the citizens' rights are violated. I
Mhm.
mean, if it costs us to close those institutions, they should be shut down and leave our country.
Mhm.
And another person talked about Article 17 of the Constitution on our protest or demonstration. It is the right,
Peaceful. Yeah,
yeah, it is
peaceful.
the right of people to rise up to protest. But
Peacefully.
again, it has to be well organized. I alone can do the context of like, bro, you take 3 person and say, let's go protest. The people say they're not serious with that 3 person you can protest. But in reality, protest doesn't just mean the number. It can be in two, three and go and protest. But in Liberia's context, if you're 3 person and just go stand whole plaque and you say we want justice, man, you're gonna stand out there for the rest of your time and nobody's gonna listen to you. So I feel we need to organize ourselves well in various communities, which we're gonna do someday soon to pressure the government to act.
Okay, that is good. I'm a little ask a question about the amount of persons people going to protest. And I think her focus point was it said that you have to get more than 100 plus before you protest under this regime. I think
No,
she
no, you
said she
don't.
said you did not address the
Oh, my,
question correctly when it comes to police brutalizing peaceful citizens, and you said that your time you people had the numbers so they could not do that.
so what
Uh-huh.
I was technically trying to address is that in protest we should consider numbers,
Okay.
especially in the context of like Europe. The system does not validate, any number that is below sometimes 100. When you 20 person, you just say you won't go and stand up and protest. Sometimes, if I in this regime, it is very difficult.
Mhm.
So to have this government fit to fire is to ensure that we have the number of disappointed young people who are interest and influence level people to get into the street peacefully and agitate for justice. So whether you have 2 or 3, I think the real key scenario is to ensure that we come together and make our and have a unique voice and ensuring that the right things are done in this country.
Okay, so that is great. We're about to call it a day. Do you have any other
You know,
thing
I
to
would like to
tell
say
Nigerian people?
thanks to all of the Liberian people who listen to me, and I'm hoping that they can be our judges. They can know what's going on in our country in terms of section gender-based violence, in terms of extrajudicial deaths, and other repressive human rights violations. Until then, I'm so grateful for talking to you.
Okay, so you just listened to Tata Spokala. He's a human rights defender. And let me say thanks to all of you who followed the program this morning. My name is Samira Wonla, and we have been here since 7 this morning, Sekou and I. And it's about time that we call it a day. Today is the first working Monday within the year 2025. And let me wish all of you a happy new year again. So we see you on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Do have yourself a blessed day and continue to play the cash giveaway as the next presenter will do a draw for me. Those winners that won on my show, you people will be called by the next presenter. And my name is Samira One Lie. Since we have been here making sure that we like, let me say thanks to all of you in all of the counties who listened. This is Liberia. I always say that Liberia will not burn. We're going to sit around the table and talk the talk, but this country will not burn. This country will not go back to the butches. We will be here to speak true to power. And this is how we call it Fidel. Good morning, Liberia. My name is Samira. One life. Do have yourself a pleasant day.